What if I told you that there is a league better than the NBA? A league where arenas look like war zones instead of fairs. That the game is played with method and precision instead of hasty execution. A league where coaches are mythical figures that command respect and not forgettable extras in a movie. The league I'm talking about is... why just tell you when I can show you? Let's start with pace, the rhythm of the game. The NBA is a blur of fast breaks, alley-oops, and coast-to-coast drives. To give you some context, for every 24 seconds on the clock, teams use an average of only 15. That's 4 possessions per minute. This is a relentless pace to outscore your opponent. If we take numbers from the first 10 days of the 2024-2025 campaign, we see that the league has taken almost half of its shots from 3. That's the highest percentage ever. Shooting so many threes means longer rebounds, less time spent to orchestrate an offense, and ultimately a faster pace. In this other league, the game slows down. It breathes. Teams take their time with an average of 17.3 seconds per possession. Their offense is like trying to defuse a bomb. Every second matters. This is tactical warfare. It's not about how fast you can get to the rim. It's about how well you can execute your system. Coaches have 30 to 40 offensive systems ready to deploy at any given time. The slower pace wants to achieve 2 things. Firstly, force the opponent to play defense, and then attack them right at the end when they're physically and mentally tired. But pace is just one aspect of a completely different philosophy. Philosophy is the DNA, the principles, the fundamentals of how the game is played. In the NBA, individual brilliance reigns supreme. Crossovers that break ankles, dunks that defy gravity, and players who can take over games single-handedly. It's a league built on stars, where athleticism and individual talent shine brightest. In the league I'm talking about, the star is the team. Forget hero ball. It's all about the fundamentals of the game. Pass, cut, move without the ball. Orlando Magic star boy Franz Wagner explains this difference in philosophy accurately.
Well, I think it's just that just shows you we play completely different in practice. We just grow up playing different. It was all give and go, cut, pass and move. Just concepts, reading the game, reading space, cutting, passing.
The ball moves, swinging from side to side until the defense cracks open. Players are drilled to perfection in basketball basics: spacing, passing, rotations. Teams are like symphonic orchestras. Multiple times MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo touched on this different philosophy a couple of years back at the Bucks Media Day. He said that the game in this other league is...
it's way harder than the game in the NBA. You have a lot of lanes to drive the ball, a lot of lanes to create. It's just, I think over there is more intense. Like people pick you up full court, double team you, full court zone, to man-to-man, to the last 5-second double teams from the start from zone, and then they go man-to-man the last 10 seconds, and then they double team you in the post. There's no lanes to drive. Like, it's just the more physical.
Think of it as a chess match. It takes time, it takes thinking, it takes countless mental reps where each move has consequence and meaning. Talking of meaning, not all basketball games are created equally, and what I'm about to show you will change the way you view basketball forever. The NBA regular season is 82 games. Lose one? Sure, no biggie. There is always another game tomorrow. You can afford to coast sometimes. In the other league, things are completely different. With just 34 regular season games, every single night is a battle for survival. The league's motto is "Every game matters," and that encapsulates its essence, spirit, and ethos.
All shooters, Mitoglu turns, Grigonis for the win! Bang! Incomparable, every game matters magic.
To better understand how teams see a game, let's see what NBA veteran, notorious defender, and elite podcaster Patrick Beverly has to say.
But over there, every game's important. You lose 1-2 games regular season, you might not even qualify. So it's steady competition. Every game, you can't sit out. Literally none of that over there. You're talking about single game elimination versus 7 games. You really have to play it to understand it.
That pressure cooker environment breeds a different kind of intensity. Where does the intensity come from? Who is responsible to instill it, to generate the sense of urgency, the desire, the passion to win every single game? The answer? The person at the end of the bench. The coach. This might be the most striking difference between the two leagues. In the NBA, coaches are often seen as necessary accessories to the real stars, the players. Sure, there are exceptions like Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson, but for the most part, coaches are overshadowed by players. Remember when LeBron James overruled David Blatt's play in the 2015 playoffs to hit the buzzer beater against the D Rose-led Bulls? What about when Kyrie Irving casually dismissed the importance of head coach? The NBA is a players' league. No doubt about it. Now step into an arena in this other league and you'll see something that would never cross your mind. There, coaches aren't just respected, they're revered. They're not facilitators, they're professors of the game. Have you ever seen a Zeljko Obradović timeout?
In your eyes, you're good guys. Fuck you, everybody. Fuck you, okay? You want me to repeat million times? Fuck you, Gigi Datome. Okay? Shame on you.
The eeriness, the fear, the admiration. That's a different type of coaching. What about Sarunas Jaskevicius? His timeouts are animated, intense, filled with passion and emotion. He's not just giving basketball instructions, he's lecturing players as if a human life depends on it. Watching these coaches scream their lungs out on the sidelines creates a sense of security for the group of people that care the most about the result. The fans. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Sure, NBA fans love their teams. They scream, they shout, it's fun, it's loud, it's entertaining. You think the Warriors' home court advantage is intense? You're in for a treat. Let me take you to a place where basketball isn't just entertainment, it's a life-changing matter. What happens in these basketball courts is beyond your wildest imagination. The atmosphere is electric. The sound, deafening. Please take a second and absorb the aura of the Oaka Arena in Athens.
Steps inside, passes on, Kendrick Nunn! And this Panathinaikos Cathedral hails its hymn. I have never before seen scenes quite like this.
How about the Belgrade Arena in Serbia? These people live and breathe for every second, for every bounce of the basketball. Me telling you this might mean nothing, but how about the 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic? When asked whether he was bothered by the atmosphere at the Miami Heat game, his answer said it all.
I play in Serbia, brother. I wish you guys can feel that.
And he's not wrong, you know. The atmosphere in these courts is unforgettable. When games take place in these arenas, it's carnage, it's drama, it's chaos. This is where we see the birth of the most storied, of the most influential basketball games you'll ever watch. Derbies. Unlike a sporting rivalry, which can be based on league position or history between the two teams, a derby is a match between two local clubs that are geographically close to each other. Derbies are games where teams and fans simply don't like each other. Matchups steeped in history and culture.
You know, those games are very personal. I don't want to say hate, because hate's a strong word. but I know we just really dislike each other. We want to win that rivalry game.
Bit of McIntyre, who drains it? Wow!
Take the Greek derby, for example. This is when Panathinaikos and Olympiakos take the court and an entire city is divided to two. This is a battle that goes beyond the court into the hearts and minds of the fans. In contrast, NBA derbies like Clippers versus Lakers, for example, are important but lack the same depth and cultural significance. The game is important for as long as it lasts. Once the final whistle blows, life goes back to normal. The derbies I'm talking about spill outside the four lines of the basketball court and the 40 minutes of the game. Families are divided. Friendships are tested. People break down into tears. Entire cities come alive for this clash. Derbies go beyond basketball. They tap into history, culture, pride, superiority. I told you that there is a league better than the NBA. I showed you why. It's time to reveal the name of the league. You probably have guessed it by now. The league I'm talking about is the EuroLeague, the top-tier European basketball league, where the best teams from each European country battle it out to crown the king of the continent. Now, here's the kicker, the undeniable clue that proves the EuroLeague stands above and beyond the NBA. Sure, the NBA has produced some of the greatest players the game has ever seen, but now things are dramatically different. The players dominating the NBA, Giannis, Jokic, Luka, are all products of the European school of basketball. European players aren't just thriving in the NBA, they're taking over. Coincidence? I don't think so. Here you have it, a complete breakdown of why the EuroLeague is better than the NBA. What do you guys think? Those in favor of the EuroLeague? Tell me, have I missed anything? Those in favor of the NBA? Talk to me. Why do you think I'm wrong?